What's up guys, Top Tier Yu-Gi-Oh here, and today we have another ABC combo video to where in this one we're going to be focusing on their brilliant fusion combos. And so if you didn't see the last combo video to where we focused on a lot of the combos with the gadgets and then Symphonic Warrior engine, I will put a link to that in the top right corner of the screen, so be sure to check that out if you're interested in those combos. And if you'd like to see some of the other extenders that you can use in ABCs, there are a lot of other options actually. So you can use cards such as Dragon Ravine with Destrudo when that comes out in Circuit Break. You can use Blackwing. Not Blackwing, but Gofu, not Blackwings. You can use Zodiacs, and then you can also use Transmodify with the help of Galaxy Soldier, and of course you're going to be ending up with Cyber Dragon Infinity plus Buster Dragon. And so there are a lot of really cool combos that you can do in ABCs. If you're interested to see any of those, be sure to answer the poll in the top right corner of the screen that I will put there. But in this one, we're going to be focusing on Brilliant Fusion. Alright, so for this first combo, all you're going to need is one Brilliant Fusion and one B Buster Drake. And this is personally one of my favorite combos and what I think is the most important of any of the Brilliant Fusion combos because it solves a very important problem within ABC decks. That being that you usually need Union Hanger to play the game. And so in a lot of cases you have to have Union Hanger to do most of the other combos, but Union Hanger is a hard once per turn, so you don't want to see multiples. However, you want to play a lot of them so you can see it more often. So it's quite a contradiction that you have to solve within your deck building, and Brilliant Fusion is one of those ways because it allows you to do something when you don't have Hanger. And so let's go ahead and get into this combo because it's a very important one. So you're going to start by activating your Brilliant Fusion. So you're going to summon your Gem Knight, Seraph Knight, and then you're going to send any Gem Knight and then either A or C to the graveyard. It doesn't matter which one, but for this one, let's send, let's say A to the graveyard. So A's in your graveyard, Seraph Knight's on the field, and you have B in your hand. Next, you're going to normal summon your B with your extra normal summon, and then you're going to link with Seraph Knight and B. And you're going to link those into a proxy dragon. And then, so because B was sent to the graveyard for the link summon, you're going to get to use B's effect. And so with B's effect, you can search your missing piece, which in this case is a C, and you can use your normal summon to summon it, then link again with proxy and C for a Decode Talker. So now that you have your Decode Talker, you now have links that point down into your main monster zone, which will allow you to summon a Buster Dragon. And then in your graveyard, you have A, B, C, Seraph Knight, Proxy Dragon, and then whatever Gem Knight you sent. So now you can banish your A, B, and C to summon Buster. So that is the first combo. And remember that it only took 2 cards, so you do still have 3 cards left in your hand to discard for Buster Dragon if you need to. So this is just a very basic combo to do if you don't have Hanger. It makes the deck so much more versatile because it essentially gives you 3 more cards in your deck that work with other cards in your deck to make Buster Decode Talker. So very, very important combo, and it's one of the main reasons why you play this extender. Alright, time for combo number 2. And so in this one, we're going to need Union Hanger and Brilliant Fusion. And so in that last combo, it really highlighted what the deck can do if you don't draw Hanger. Well, surprise, surprise, the deck can do a lot more if you do draw Union Hanger. So let's go ahead and get to this combo. And so we're going to start by activating our Brilliant Fusion. And then with this, we're going to send Garnet and Trick Clown to the graveyard. And then we're going to summon our Seraph Knight. Next, we're going to pay 1,000 life points to use Trick Clown's effect to summon Trick Clown back from the graveyard. Then we're going to activate Union Hanger. And then with the Union Hanger, you're going to add either A or B to your hand. And now it doesn't necessarily matter which one you add, but you're going to normal summon one and then equip the other. So again, it doesn't matter what you add or equip because they're both going to be on the field pretty much. And so let's go ahead and try to fit everything in the frame. So this is your field. Next, what you're going to do is you're going to link summon. So you're going to link Seraph Knight and B. So that's going to cause A to go to the graveyard as well. And then you're going to summon a Proxy Dragon. And that's going to make A and B effects trigger. So you're going to use B's effect to search a C to your hand. And then you're going to use A's effect to add back B to your hand. So now your field should be Proxy Dragon, Trick Clown. You have a dead Brilliant Fusion, Hanger, and then you have B and C in your hand. And so next you're going to use your other normal summon because Gem Knight, Seraph Knight did give you an extra one. You're going to normal summon your C. Now you're going to link summon again with C and Proxy Dragon for a Decode Talker. And now, because C was sent to the graveyard, we can special summon B. And so it's at this point in the combo to where you actually have a lot of different options. We have all 3 ABC pieces on the field or in the graveyard, so we can summon Buster Dragon anytime we'd like to. We also have 2 level 4 monsters, both of which are light. That gives us other options. And then we can also make link summons. And so we have a lot of options right here, and I really want to go through all of them and highlight some of the differences. And so the first one I'd like to show is what happens if you link again. And so you can link both of these for a second proxy dragon. And then that's going to allow you to use B's effect one more time because none of them were once per turn. You could search something to discard for Buster. And then you can actually summon your Buster Dragon. So you would banish your A, B, and C from the graveyard. And then that's going to let you summon Buster. You can summon Buster in any of the linked zones on the board. You can summon it here, you can summon it here, or there. Or you could have summoned your Decode in the other extra monster zone and sort of flip this whole board too. So you really have a lot of options to where you want to summon your Buster. And I don't think it necessarily matters for this case. But one of my favorite things about this combo is how hard it is to break your field when you tag out. And so if you were to tag out again and you were to summon back your A, B, and C, one thing that I like to do is to make sure that your C is next to your proxy dragon. Let's put it here. And then that your B is under the Decode Talker and your A is like somewhere else. It doesn't matter on your field, I guess next to proxy dragon. And then with the hanger, you would attach another B to your C. So now what this allows you to do pretty much is protect your board from targeting because of Decode Talker. Nothing can be destroyed by battle or card effects because of proxy dragon. And if they are destroyed by battle or card effects, you can destroy either A or C instead. So that's really cool. System down, you're protected from that. Because, I mean, one, these are Cybers, and this is unaffected by spells. So again, protects you from system down. So it's just really hard for your opponents to kill you. Plus you have, 5 monsters, one of which has to be destroyed twice. So this is a really hard board for your opponents to play around. So I really like making this because it's very strong defensively. But let's go back to where we were before and talk about some of the other options as well. So the other thing that you can do with this board is you can make a bunch of rank 4s. And so you can overlay both of these. And I usually like to overlay it not in the middle because later if you want to make a proxy dragon, you don't want like a rank 4 to be stuck in the middle blocking that zone. So it's more valuable to have like something with links that point left and right in the middle and an Xyz monster on the end of your board. So you can overlay your 2 monsters for a rank 4. And you have so many different options because ABCs make such a good rank 4 toolbox. So if you need to clear your opponent's board and they have a monster that's really big or something, well, if you can't attack over it with a Decode, or if it can't be, attacked over, or if it's a Beals or something, you can make a Castel to out your opponent's board. That's one option. If your opponent's playing something with a lot of graveyard effects, so maybe you're playing a mirror match and they've already tagged out, you've got to get rid of their pieces somehow. And so Rhapsody and Berserk is an option, but something else that you could play is Abyss Dweller. That's something really good, and it's also good against True Dracos. Another decent option would be Diamond Direwolf if you want to clear your opponent's back row, or again, one of their monsters that probably can be destroyed. You have Tornado Dragon, which is really good defensively, but also for clearing your opponent's back row. I mean, at this point, if they have back row, it's probably a battle trap, so this can handle that pretty easily. And the final option, or at least the final of the ones that I have here with me today, is Tsukuyomi, so it's going to draw you a brand new hand. Or not brand new, but you're going to draw 2 cards. And so this is a really good option if you have a bunch of traps in your hand or things that you can set. That way, you can only discard maybe 1 card and then draw 2 cards and get a pretty easy +1. So it's a very cool combo. And the advantage of making a rank 4 is that because Trick Clown is once per turn, when you link with it, you don't get to use the effect again. But when you make a rank 4, you can detach the B, and then later on in the duel, you can detach the Trick Clown, or it might be sent to the graveyard. But regardless, you're going to be able to use Trick Clown's effect again and possibly make another rank 4 or link monster. So very valuable to keep these in mind as well. But also the rank 4 options allow you to put even more damage on board. Because when you do the Proxy Dragon and Summon Buster, it's not quite 8,000 damage. But if you summon something like a Gear Gigant X, for example, if I'm not mistaken, all it needs is like 2,000 attacks. So either Gear Gigant X, Tornado Dragon, Dire Wolf, or Castel would work here. So any of those 4 would work. What you would do is banish your 3 ABC pieces, summon your Buster Dragon, and then on a clear board, it would be over 8,000 damage. Because you'd have 3,000. Because it has 2 monsters linked to the Decode Talker, Decode would be at least 3,300. So that's 6,300. So anything with 1,700 or more, also I guess actually all of these are game. So 1,700 or more, this is 17, that's 18. So any of these would be game. So this is really good to know. So if you your opponent only has like one monster, you can clear their monster, make a Tornado Dragon, clear their back row, attack for game. Or if they have two monsters, you can make Buster, Castell, clear both monsters, attack for game. So it's really, really good to keep this in your arsenal because it comes up all the time. But if your opponent has too many cards on the board and you can't kill them, then of course the Proxy Dragon board is a lot better. Alright, so for this next combo, all you're going to need is one Union Hanger, one Brilliant Fusion, and either A, B, or C. It doesn't matter which one of these you start off with, because you're going to search all of them anyways. And so let's go ahead and get into this one. And so, like the others, we're going to start by activating our Brilliant Fusion. We're going to send our Garnet and our Trick Clown to the graveyard to summon our Seraph Knight. Then we're going to pay 1,000 life points to bring back the Trick Clown. Next, we're going to activate Union Hanger to search something that we don't have. So it doesn't matter what we search, but the important thing that we're going to do next is normal summon B or C and equip the other one. And so, for the sake of this, let's say that we already had A in hand, and we're going to search a B, just for the sake of the example. But it works no matter what you start off with and what you search, as long as they're different, of course. So next what you're going to do is normal summon your B, activate Hanger's effect to equip C. So now you have Seraph Knight, B equipped with C, Trick Clown, Dead Brilliant Fusion, Hanger, and A in your hand. So next what we're going to do is link summon. So we're going to link with our B and our Seraph Knight to make a Proxy Dragon, which will also send C to the graveyard, which will allow us to trigger both of their effects. And so for this, if we have a C in hand, so it does, again, like I said, it doesn't matter what we have, but if we had C in hand, you would want to make your B chain link, if you had C in hand, you'll want C chain link 2 and B chain link 1. But because we don't have C, we need to make B chain link 2 and C chain link 1. Because the important thing for this step is that we're able to special summon another C to our board right now. So again, it doesn't matter how you order the chain links necessarily or what you start off with, but as long as you can special summon a C with this first C's effect, the rest of the combo works. And so in our specific situation, we are going to make our C chain link 1 and B chain link 2, which will allow us to search another C from our deck and then special summon it. And you're only able to do this because we have the extra ABC piece in our hand. So now that we have C on the board, we're going to link summon one more time into our Decode Talker, which will trigger C's effect, allowing us to special summon A. Now we're going to link again with A and Trick Clown into a second Proxy Dragon. That's going to allow us to trigger A's effect. A can get back B. And now, we still never used our second normal summon, so we can normal summon again. And now we can link summon one more time with Decode Talker and B to make a Firewall Dragon. And now finally, because we have A, B, and C in the graveyard, along with a lot of other things, and so if we have a Soul Charge, we definitely win the game. But we have, let's see, yeah, A, B, and C right here. We can banish all three of those in order to summon our Buster Dragon. And so this is a really cool combo because it makes, or I should say because it allows you to make a Firewall Dragon that is co-linked with something. So that means Firewall's effect is live, giving you another way of disruption. And so if you looked at most of the other combos, none of them really gave you extra forms of disruption on your opponent's turn. I mean, of course, Decode Talker does. It sort of protects you from targeting, and Dweller kind of does. It prevents your opponent from using graveyard effects. But the only other form of disruption that you had is Tornado Dragon. And so this sort of completes the toolbox to where you have something to disrupt your opponent's spell or traps with Tornado Dragon, but you have something to disrupt their monsters with Firewall Dragon. So I really think that this is a valuable combo to memorize, but also it's really cool because you have a lot of different zones to summon your Buster in. You could summon it here to be protected by Proxy Dragon, or not protected I should say, but you can also summon it here so that when you tag out, you have a monster that's linked with Firewall going to the graveyard, meaning you can trigger Firewall's effect to summon other cards from your hand. And then you could also summon it in your extra monster zone above Firewall, or you could summon it in the other extra monster zone, which I think is especially valuable in certain matchups, because if there are ever other link monsters that have upward link markers, such as Decode Talker, then your opponent would be forced to summon them in the extra monster zone above it, which would make Firewall co-linked with two monsters, meaning that you could bounce two monsters from the field or graveyard back to the hand. So it's very, very cool, and it'll get better in the future when there are more links that think that plays Gofu, because that's a very common outcome of Gofu, making Decode Talker. And so that's just something to keep in mind. Depending on the matchup, you would summon your Buster Dragon in different places. But again, this is just a very, very cool combo. And then again, when you tag out, you're going to be able to summon your ABC pieces, which again can be protected by the proxy dragon, and you're going to get other effects based on the firewall. So there really isn't enough space in the frame to show it, but like if you have something that's next to the firewall and it goes to the graveyard, like say this, say this is a B. So B could be sent to the graveyard, and then you could search something and then use firewall to summon that same thing if you have another monster in hand. Or let's say that B gets sent to the graveyard, and then A gets sent to the graveyard, and the A was right here. Then when A gets sent to the graveyard and you've already searched with B, you could summon that card. So there are a lot of different options that you could do. But alright guys, gotta cut this video short. My girlfriend just came home and she's ready to eat dinner. But if you want to see more combos, be sure to like this video, subscribe, and comment down below what you're interested in seeing. If you want to see the combos that included the gadgets or the Symphonic Warriors, again, a link to that will be in the top right corner of the screen. If you want to see some of the other extenders in use, such as Gofu, Dragon Arena and Destrudo, Zodiacs, Transmodify, Cyber Dragon Infinity, there's also like E-Teleport, Cockle-Doodle-Doo. I mean, there's so many different extenders that you can use in this deck that, I mean, this is definitely one of my favorite decks of the format. So I'm definitely willing to make more combo videos and more videos regarding ABCs as a whole. So once again, if you're interested in that, please like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next video. Remember that time, those cerulean tides, that fire.